to say.
Ah, good. Still more blue pages, you bastard. Bring more. I must have some more. That's all I ask of you. It's so long since my brother, Sirrus, wrongfully imprisoned me within this book. Stupid schemes. Pretty speech. Greed, which is endless. It should be perfectly obvious to you. He's done evil and he has destroyed all before. Do not bring the red pages to him. Not let him trick you. He tricked our father. Hideously murdered our father. He'll trick you. He'll murder you. Don't touch the red pages. I beg you, bring the blue pages. To me, listen, you must obey me. Blue pages are my only hope. You must help me. You must help me.
So he doesn't really say anything new. He just says that Sirrus murdered their father, and because of that he was wrongfully imprisoned. So, and that he is very greedy. However, Achenar is a little out there, so we're going to take what he says with a grain of salt. Same with his brother Sirrus. His brother Sirrus may not be as crazy, but he does seem like he's a goody two-shoes. So, the best part about the Mechanical Age is now that we are done with it, there is no more tower rotation. It is just searching for that last hidden panel, which is to the right. And what do you know? There are tons of gold and gold coins, gold bars. Maybe Achenar had a point. Maybe he's not as crazy as we thought. We'll just have to keep bringing him pages until we learn more about them. But considering that we are done with this age, all we have to do is bring this back to Sirrus. Alright, so I'm gonna bring this back and I'm gonna let Sirrus do the talking.
Have returned. Additional page. Free from my prison on this forgotten island of Myst. I see that you are. I am called Sirrus. I need all the red pages. I know. Must search and bring 2 more for the red pages. I am released. I promise. Don't touch the blue pages. That is where my right. For my wicked brother, Achenar. He is a man of distorted mind and senses. He disgusts me. Do not release Achenar. Thirst for destruction is not never ending.
Bring the red paint. Beg you, please release me from this prison. Promise you will be greatly rewarded. Must help me. Help me.
So, basically he's saying Achenar is crazy, that he will reward us if he releases him. But, Sirius, don't you think that if we were in it for the money, we would have already stolen all your hidden gold in the mechanical age? It's not like you can bring anything in there with you, it appears. We could have just easily plundered everything you had. But, I digress. Let's go and open up the next age, which will be the Selenitic Age. Let's go down here. If you remember the Selenitic Age clue, it was 59 volts. That will come into play now. Now, for what I did to make things way easier, I pushed the button. I wrote down how many volts it adds to the machine, turned it off. I wrote a diagram with all of these. I suggest you do the same. It will make it a lot easier. But, so we're going for 59 volts. The easiest way I found was 22, 19, 8, 10. That should be 59 volts. And that should allow us to get into the Selenitic Age. If you messed it up, there's a ladder right there for the reset switch, or right over there. Because I know when I was fidgeting with it, overloaded the power, which in turn made me not able to do the puzzle. Now, remember the piano diagram I had you write down back in the library? Well, this is where it comes into play. We'll be using it to play a series of notes. Now, if you're musically inclined, you'll know that it's low C, C, E flat, F, B flat. Your goal is to recreate them on this machine right here. So, go ahead and C, middle C, well, not middle C musically, but middle C on that piano. Then E flat, F, and B. B flat, sorry. And what do you know? The crystal ball begins to show us our future. And the future is a book. No, not a book report. A book. Don't worry. Only Myst 3 is about teaching. I'm just kidding. So, unlike the other ages, Sirrus and Achenar do not have their own rooms on the Selenitic Age, primarily due to the fact that this was a very volatile age. In fact, while Atreus was reading his journals and the discovery of this age, he noticed that the grounds would tremor, then giant meteorites would crash to the ground. He was barely able to make a bridge. So what we did is we grabbed the blue page and we turned on this microphone, which links up to this water. And believe it or not, a little interesting trivia. The sound that you're hearing is them blowing bubbles into a toilet bowl. It sounds kind of disgusting to me, but hey, if it's how they made it work, that's how they made it work. Just as they apparently made clock sound from a wrench by lowering the frequency. And apparently, crystals make a pan flute sound. Maybe they've got a centaur working at Cyan. Of course, there are only 4 people working at Cyan when this game was created, but who knows? So we're going down to the tunnel. Better turn on the lights. And bats swoop in. Another trivia fact. Did you know bats are the most dangerous creature in the world? This is due to the amount of parasites and diseases they carry with them. But don't worry. Unlike what Cyan wants you to believe, this is not you really, and you are not really on Myst Island, so you're in no danger. So, the goal here is to find the 5 different microphones that correspond to their symbols. You can do some searching around yourself, but I've already written them down, so I'm going to be finding them. The green arrows will flash if you get close. Just something to keep in mind. I'm going the wrong way. It's 44.3. Then we got the crystals, which are at 18.7. Now these numbers actually differ from their Myst counterparts. So if you have a lot of experience with Myst Masterpiece Edition or the Classic Myst or any of the various ports, they're not going to work here. So go ahead, when you find all 5 of them, there's no static, hit the button. So, if you write down what sound goes in what order, you'll have your combination for the door lock at the beginning of the age, which is the main puzzle we are trying to solve. So, let's go ahead and go back up. Now again, if you're pretty tone deaf, this is going to be the hardest age for you. Not only because you have to put those in a particular order, but because of the puzzle that will likely frustrate many of you, the underground maze puzzle. You could have also found the order of this by putting in specific numbers so that you could see which order was what. If you walk past them, you will be able to get the sounds. If you're able to put 2 and 2 together, you'll be able to discern the order without even lining up the mics. That's how I actually got it the first time, because I had 4 of the 5 microphones. I could not find the water one. But then when I played it with my fiance later, she was able to show me where it was at, just from natural exploration. So, here we're going to put in the order of the sound.